Okay. Can you hear?
I can hear Bande.
Okay. So we can start. Do we want to invite?
I don't see the screen.
Oh, really? Then I had to start again. Oh.
Okay, it's coming.
Yeah, let me start over.
Okay. Good evening or good morning, everyone.
Wait. Okay, let's start with the flyer again.
Today, before our regular WikiPali class, we will chant Vatana Sutta for its protective powers for world peace and COVID victims. May we request Bande to lead us to chanting, please. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Vipatti patibahaya sabba sampatti siddhiyam sabba dukkha vinasaya parettang brutha mangalang Vipatti patibahaya sabba sampatti siddhiyam sabba bhaya vinasaya parettang brutha mangalang Vipatti patibahaya sabba sampatti siddhya sabba roga vinasaya parettang brutha mangalang Samanta Chakravalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sadhangmang Munirajasa Sunangtu sagga mokkadang paretta savana kalo ayang bhadantha paretta savana kalo ayang bhadantha Parita dhamma savana kalo ayang bhadantha Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Yani bhutani samagatani Bhummani vayani vantalikhe Sabbeva bhuta sumana bhavantu Atopi sakkacca sunanto bhasitang Tasmahi bhutani samitha sabbe Mettang karotha manusiya pajaya Divacharatto cha haranti baling Tasmahine rakkata appamatta Yankinci vittang idhava horang va Sagge suayang ratanang panitang Nano samang atti tathagatena Idang pi buddhe ratanang panitang Etena saccena suatti hotu Khayang viragang amatang panitang Nyadajjaga sakya muni samahito Natena dhammena samatte kinci Idang pidhang me ratanang panitang Etena saccena suatti hotu Yang buddha settho parevang nai sucing Samadhimanang tarikang nyemaho Samadhina tena samona vijjati Idang pidhang me ratanang panitang Etena saccena suatti hotu Ye puggala attha satang pasattha Cattari etani yogani honti Te dakkineya sugatassa savaka Ete sudinnani mahaphalani Idang pisanghe ratanang panitang Etena saccena suatti hotu Ye suppayutta manasa dalhena Nikkamino gotama sasanam hi Te pattipattamatang vigaiha Ladha mudha nibbhuting bhunjamana ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු යත්හින්ද කීලෝ පඨවින් සිතෝසියා චතුබ්භිවාතේ භියසංපකංපියෝ තතෝපමං සප්පුරිසං වදාමි යෝ අරිය සච්චානි අවෙච්ච පස්සති ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු යේ අරිය සච්චානි විභාවයන්ති ගම්භීර පඤ්ඤේන සුදේසිතානි කිංචාපිතේ හොන්ති භුසප්ප මත්තා නතේ භවං අට්ඨමං ආදියන්ති ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු සහවස්ස දස්සන සංපදාය තයස්සු ධම්මා ජහිතා භවಂತಿ සක්කාය දිට්ඨි විචිකිච්ඡිතං ච සීලබ්බතං වාපි අදත්ථි කිංචි චතුහ පායේහි ච විප්පමුත්තෝ චචාභිඨානානි අභබ්බෝ කාතුං ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු කිංචාපි සෝකං මං කරෝති පාපකං කායේන වාචා උදචේතසාවා අභබ්බෝසෝ තස්ස පටිච්චාදාය අභබ්බතා දිට්ඨ පදස්ස වුත්තා ඉදංපි සංඝේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු වනප්පගුම්බේ අථා පුස්සේ තග්ගේ ගිම්හාන මාසේ පඨමස්මින් ගිම්හේ තතෝපමං ධම්මවරං අදේසයි නිබ්බානගාමින් පරමං හිතාය ඉදංපි බුද්ධේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු වරෝවරං වරදෝ වරහරෝ අනුත්තරෝ ධම්ම වරං අදේසයි ඉදංපි බුද්ධේ රතනං පනීතං ඒතේන සච්චේන සුවත්හි හෝතු කීනං පුරාණං නවං නත්තේ සංභවං විරත්ත චිත්තා ආයතිකේ භවස්මින් තේඛීන බීජාවෙරුල්හි ඡන්දා නිබ්බංති ධීරා යථායම් පදීපෝ Idang pi sanghe ratanang panitang etena saccena suvatte hotu yani dhabhotani samagatani Bhummani vaya nivang talike Sabbeva bhuta sumana bhavantu tathag tathagatam deva manusa pujitang buddhang namassama suvatte hotu Yani dhabhotani samagatani bhummani vayani vayantalikhe tathagatam deva manusa pujitang dhammang namassama suvatte hotu Yani dhabhotani samagatani Bummani vayani vantalike Tathagatam deva manusa pujitang Sanghang namassama suvatte hotu Etena sacca vajjena sabba dukkhaṃ vinasatu Etena sacca vajjena sabba bhayo vinasatu Etena sacca vajjena sabba rogo vinasatu By the firm determination of this truth, may you be free from suffering. May you be free from fear. May you be free from disease. May all sentient beings in the world, including all COVID-19 victims, be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May they all be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever you are. May you and your near and dear ones, your family members, parents, spouse, children, siblings, relatives, elders, teachers, and your community members, everyone in your neighborhood, everyone in your county, and everyone in your country, everyone in the world, be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. Be blessed by this powerful Ratana Sutta chanting. May all sentient beings be well and happy and healthy. Sabbe Satta Bhavantu Sukhitatta. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
We are now inviting the Medical Country Committee to close its Written Cricket Chanting program by doing translated.
Ittavataca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Ittavataca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya ittavata ca amhehi sambhatang punya sampadang sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātinang hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamu satang samagamu hotu yava nibbana pattiyam sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu Mate bhavattvantarayo sukhe deghayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkhantu sabba devata Sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te abhivadana silis niccang buddha pachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhanti Ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu sadhu sadhu sadhu
Welcome to our weekly Mahaniddesa study under WikiPali translation project. Welcome to the lesson on the week 37. Today's section is scheduled to last about an hour. Venerable Sumita will continue our Araha discussion. May we invite Bande to start the teaching, please? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened One. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha and the noble doctrine of the Buddha and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello everyone. Welcome all our Dhamma friends from around the world. Welcome to WikiPali translation project. Today we are into 37th week and as we are into the Araha concept, still working on, and today we will work on this paragraph, Dutthataka Sutta Niddesa. This is the third chapter of the Mahaniddesa Pali, and we will translate this today. Atta niratta nahi tassa attiti attati attanu ditthinatti nirattati ucceda ditthinatti attati gahitang natti nirattati munchitang natti munchitabbang natti yassatti gahitang tassatti munchitabbang yassatti munchitabbang tassatti gahitabbang Gahanang Munchana Samatikkana Araha Buddha Parihani Vitivatto So Vuttavaso Chinna Charano Gatadho Gatadiso Jati Marana Sansaro Nathitassa Punabhavoti Atta Niratta Nahi Tassa Atti. So this particular paragraph is discussing about the Attanuditi and Nirattanuditi. This is also called Sassata Ditti and Uchcheda Ditti. And here Niratta means Uchcheda. So this is called annihilation view and view eternalism view. So we will try to discuss this thing today. So here atta niratta nahi tassa atti. So for the arahanta person, he doesn't have atta or niratta, that kind of a ditti or view. He doesn't have attanuditti or uchcheda ditti. And attati gahitang nati. Atta means self or something permanent entity. There is nothing to be taken. Gahitang nati. Niratta means munchitabba nati. Nothing to be released. And yasatti gahitabang tassatti munchitabang. If there is something to be taken, to him that also to be released. And yasatti munchitabang tassatti gahitabang. If there is something to be released, then there is something to be taken. So they don't have anything to be taken or anything to be released. Gahanang munchana samatikkanto araha buddha buddhi parihani vitivato. So gahanang munchana samatikkanto means gahanang taking, munchana releasing, samatikkanto he has already overcome these things. Who? The arahanta person. Buddhi parihani vitivato. So that one will buddhi parihani vitivato, overcoming the decay of intelligence. So Vuttavaso Chinna Charano Gatadho Gatadiso Jati Marana Sansaro. This again is repeated in many cases. We have already found this before. When an Arahanta person has come to this stage, and Vuttavaso, he has already lived his holy life, and Chinna Charano, he has already completed his conduct or all the virtues, and Jati Marana Sansaro, he has already done away with birth and the death. Natti tassa punabhavo, he doesn't have any more rebirth. Atta niratta nahi tassa atti, he doesn't have any view on atta or self or anatta are not self. So annihilation view or eternal view is not there on him. And so let's go to the details over here. And okay, I think it'll be better. Okay, over here, let me also share it with you. Okay, this is the link. Right. So I have already completed the translation here. I will just go through again word by word. Atta, self. Niratta, non-self. Na, not. He, indeed. Tassa, to him. Atti, iti. Atti, he has. Iti, thus. And atta, iti. So atti means has, but atta means self. Um, atta, attati, it's a slur. So we have atta and iti, self and thus. Attanuditti, this is the most important jargon that we need to learn here. Attanuditti means view on self. And so he doesn't have view on self, nati, na ati. Thus, iti. And then nirattati, again it's a slur. Niratta means non-self. Atta means self, niratta means the opposite. So iti again thus. Uchcheda dittinati. This means uchcheda ditti. So these are the two words that maybe you need to remember. Attanu ditti and uchcheda ditti. I will discuss more about that little later. So this also is called sassata ditti and uchcheda ditti. So some people say there is life forever, and some people would say there is no life after death. So after that there is no more, and some would say there is a life forever. So these are the two extremes. And so the arahanta person, he doesn't have any of these views. Nati, not have. Atta iti. Atta iti. Atta iti, again it's a slur. So atta iti, self thus. Gahitang nati, taken, not have. That means nothing to be taken. Niratta iti, again it's a slur. Niratta iti, non-self thus. Munchitabbang nati, that means nothing to be released, nothing to be taken, nothing to be released. Yassa atti, this is a composition, or we can also call it a slur. Yassa atti, to someone. Yassa atti, has. Gahitang, taken, to be taken. Tassa atti, again composition or slur. Tassa atti, to him he has. Munchitabbang, to be released. So if someone has something to be taken, then there is to be released. And the opposite, yasa atti, yasa atti, if someone has munchitabang, something to be released, tassa atti, to him he has gahitang, uh, to be taken. So these are mutually related to each other. And gahanang munchana, so gahanang is the something to do with the sassata ditti or atta anuditti. We learned here atta anuditti. Gahanang means atta anuditti. Munchanang is ucheda ditti. So gahanang munchana samatikkanto. So both of them have been passed over or overcome by the arahanta person, liberated one. Buddhi parihani viti vato, having passed or spent or overcome the decay of intelligence. So that person, that means arahanta person, Vuttavaso. This is the very important conclusion. We all need to. I think it's very important if we remember this one as Buddhist people. It's really a good um, phrase that we all find everywhere. It's more than a phrase, in fact. So Vuttavaso lived the life of a spiritual practitioner. Chinna Charano practiced the noble conduct. And then Gatadho, one who has completed his journey. Gata means gone. Gone is his journey. Gata diso, one who has accomplished the practice. Jati marana sansaro, birth, decay, birth and death circle or transmigration. He has done away with that. Natti tassa punabhavo, he doesn't have a punabhava or rebirth. And atta niratta nahitasa atti, he also doesn't have self view or non self view. And this is why it is called arahanta person. So again, very important teaching, a doctrine, and another side of the arahanta person, a liberated person, is explained right here. Let's go now, check out with word by word. So atta, self, it is nominative, self, and atta is akaranta pullinga atta sadda. This is patama vibhatti. And then we have niratta. Again, niratta is non-self, and again nominative, niratta, the opposite of atta. So non-self, and again na means not. Na means.
And then, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Normally, when we say non-self, I think it's a right view, right? Here is without. It's a no self, right?
Yeah, it's a different thing. Yes, I think
right.
that's good question. This is something to do with the uchcheda ditti. That means no self means after death.
Right. So we
go here. If you see here, ni attang, nir attang. Okay, and over here it says ni atta means no self. So you can see here, it's actually, yeah. So soulless, a view of soullessness. I think maybe I will use this term so that you won't be confused, right?
Yeah, because when I see the non-self, I think
So soulless.
it's just It just come to my mind as
yeah, that's right. I think it is better to say soulless instead of non-self. Is that okay? If I say soulless?
right. At least I think it's different. Yeah, then
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have
different now,
association with
right? Yeah, you're right.
the different.
So this is it is something to do with the Uchcheda Ditti, like annihilation. So let me, I think I have to, yeah, so Niratta means, again, Niratta means, so Atta is self, okay, but here Niratta means, and, okay, that's Athiti, Attati, Attanuditti. So actually we explain it later. So Atta na means not, and then he means indeed, it's an indicative, and tassa, it's chatuthi vibhati, dative case. So tassa means to him. This is to he is just the software identify it as to he, but it's actually to him. Attahi iti, this again is a slur. Attiti, attiti. So atti means have. Asa is the root of the verb. Asa iti, atti. And this is Vartamana Kala, Patama Purisa, Ekavachana. So third person singular present tense. Atti means has or have. And then it can also be used in both Ekavachana and Bahuvachana. And iti means thus. And then attati again is a slur. So atta iti. Atta is self. Let's go check with this word. If we have something different. Atta. Okay, atta self, body or person, individuality. Okay, life, mind, soul. In a non-Buddhist sense, so Paramatma. So it's also here. We will anyway come back to that soon. What do we mean by this? Atta. And so atta iti, self here means attanuditti, view on self. And I have included the whole article here about this concept, a very, very important concept for all of you to actually learn a little bit more. And atta anuditti, atta self, anuditti according to, ditti view. So this is another kind of dogmatic view that people can have. So in the note, you can see here, I have included an article by Professor Y. Karunadasa. He has written it to the middle way, volume 74-75. And it's a really very, very nice article. The Buddhist critique of Sasatavada and Uchchedavada. And here, the key to a proper understanding of the origin and the doctrines of early Buddhism. I have it right here. You can see over here. Professor Karuna Dasa says the early Buddhist discourses often refer to the mutual opposition between two views. One is the view of permanence or eternalism. So that is called Attavada or Sasatavada, permanence or eternalism. The other is the view of annihilation, Uchchedavada. The former is sometimes referred to as Bhavaditti. Bhavaditti. So the belief in being, and the latter is called Vibhavaditti. The belief is none in non-being. So that's why I think we also use the word non-self. I think so. We eventually change it. So non-being, Vibhava. The word at large has a general tendency to lean up upon one of these two views. So many people either they would think, okay, we have a soul or permanent entity that goes forever, or else some would say that is called Sasatavada, or some would say after this life there is nothing more. So that is Uchchedavada. So many people would be on any of these two views. Thus, addressing Kachayana, it's a very beautiful sutta, Kachayana Gutta Sutta, that we actually chant here most of the mornings. It's really a very interesting sutta. The Buddha says, this world of Kachayana generally proceeds on a duality of the belief in existence and the belief in non-existence. What interests us here is the fact that it's against these two views that Buddhist polemics are continually directed. What is more, for all the fundamental doctrines of early Buddhism are presented in such a way as to unfold themselves or to follow as a logical sequence from a sustained criticism of Sasatavada and Uchchedavada. So the Buddhism has taken a very, very bold step against these two ditthis or views, dogmatic views. This particular context is sometimes explicitly stated. At other times, it is taken for granted. Therefore, it is within the framework of the Buddhist critique of Sasatavada and Uchchedavada that the Buddhist doctrine seems to assume their significance. For it is through the demolition of these two worldviews that Buddhism seeks to construct its own worldview. The conclusion is that it was as a critical response to the mutual opposition between these two views that Buddhism emerged as a new faith amidst many other faiths. So it's a very comprehensive, very long article you can see here. You can have a look. I have included the article details here. You can have a look if you are interested in learning more about this Attanuditti and Uchchedaditti. Okay, so that is Attanuditti. Natti, not have. Na atti, not have. In fact, it is so. Yeah, I think it is better to say like here we had atti, like asati. So let's have the same thing here. I think that will make better. Asa is the root, and ti is the ending. So na asati, not have. Ti is the third person. Uh, yes. So not have. So asa is the root. So we can use asa as the parent. Yeah. So niratta iti, niratta iti is composition, or we can also call it slur. Niratta, soulless. Now you understand why atta is meant by self there, right? Because in Buddhism, actually, we also don't call like soul, but yeah, I think in this case we can actually use. So maybe I will use the same article here for the benefit of the other people, maybe later on. I think I have already used it in the other. So niratta, soulless. You see non-self is also there. Nominative, patama vibhati. So niratta, patama vibhati. This is pullinga, ekavachana, and soulless. And then niratta iti means thus, it's an indicative. And then we have uchcheda ditti. Uchcheda ditti is the annihilation view. Annihilation view means after this birth, there is no soul or no permanent entity or something or nothing. After this, there will be nothing. That is uchcheda ditti. Very interesting. So again, I have included the same article here for those who are interested in learning more about these two views, uchcheda ditti and sasata ditti. Okay, so it's a noun, it's feminine, ditti, and then also singular and nominative, patama vibhati, and uchcheda ditti. Okay. And then we go to attati. It's a slur. Atta again, self. And atta iti. So self, nominative, singular. And then iti is indicative. Thus we find this word so many times. And gahitang means to be taken. Gahita means actually taken or has taken. So gahitang means here. Okay, I can use gahitang and then ang. Yes. Attati gahitang natti. And then natti means na asati, not having. Same thing we learned it before. And then nirattati also, I think we learned it already. Niratta is soulless. And then iti we learned already. And tassa nirattati, then munchitabbanati. Munchitabban. So mucha is the dhatu. You can see here, I think munchitabbang is munchate is to release. So mucha is the dhatu or the root of the verb, and tabba means should be, and this is accusative. So munchitabbang should be released. Gaitang nati, like that. Munchitabbang nati. Nati again is not having, nas na asati. Okay, same thing we learned it before. And then yasati, again, it's divided here as yasa and ati. Yasa means year. Year means any person or some person. Um, so yasa, when we have asa, that means it's chatuthi vibhati or chatta vibhati. So I already used what Kevin said. I think it worked this time. So dative, chatuthi vibhati, masculine. This is a pronoun. And then yas atti, yas to someone, atti again. Oh, atti means have, not, yeah, this should be have. Have. Okay. Right. He has, so someone has. So gahitang, we learned it already. Taken. And then the same thing, tassa atti also is a, it's also a sandhi. So tassa and atti. Tassa mean to he, the same thing as we learned before. Like yassa, it is also tassa. Ta means he. Asa means to. This is, we can call it dative then. Yes. Chatuthi vibhati. Atti again means have. Asati. Okay. Munchitabang, same thing. Mucha, tabba, and ang. And it is the same thing as before, to be, should be released. And then yasati, again, it is split here. Yasa and ati, ya, asa, and to someone, pronoun. And ati again, okay, ati again means asati. That means he has. And munchitabang again, mucha tabba ang, should be released. And munchitabba. And tasati, tassa and ati is split here. Tassa means tassa, and that is pronoun to him. And then ati is asati, ati, have. This is Vartamana Kala, Vatama Purusha Ekavachana, present tense, third person, and singular, verb. So, gahitang. Gahita is a past participle, and ang is the accusative. So, you can see here gahita means taken, seized, grasp, grip, taken, received, all this you can say, but here we will use it as gahita, taken. And yeah, so if there is something to be taken, gahitang, atti gahita, yasat, tassa atti, tassa atti gahitang. So yasa atti munchitaban, tassa atti gahitang. Something to be released, that is to be taken. If something to be taken, that is to be released. They are mutually related. So gahanang is gahana is the taking, and ang is the accusative here. So that means gahanang, it's a noun, taking. Yes, gahana means taking, and gahitang is taken, gahanang is taking. This is used like a noun. And munchitang is the we learned it before here, munchita, so munchitabba to be should be released. Munchana is the noun. Munchana is releasing. Munchana, releasing. Is the nominate. It is okay. I think it is accusative. Why don't we have it? Gahana, munchana, samatikanto. Gahanang munchana samatikanto. So munchana. It's not ablative actually. It is. Yeah, I have to change this thing. This one is. What do you call accusative? And this also has to be changed. Accusative. Samatikanto, it is the adjective of this noun. So this is both subject of the sentence. Samatikanto araha. Samatikanta means passing over or overcome. Or is, can use this also for this. Masculine, nominative, and Samatikanto, and then Araha. Araha is liberated person. Again, this is, I think this should be nominative. Singular is also okay, but we can call it nominative. Arahanta person, so liberated one. Oh, this one is Arahantu. Arahantu is the root, noun root. Okay, so that is Araha. And then this one is a little longer word. I just translated it then and there. So buddhi means intelligence, wisdom, understanding, knowledge. And I like to call this one as intelligence here. Parihani is decay, loss, wasting, ruin, decrease, diminishing, falling off. And then vitivatta is having passed or overcome, spent, exceeding. So that is the meaning, and this one is masculine when we have O here. So yeah, so buddhi parihani viti vatto means having passed, spent, or overcome the decay of intelligence. So one who has overcome the decay of intelligence. That means one who has gained the wisdom. That is the other way, in another word. Okay, so Gahanang munchana samatikkanto araha buddhi parihani vitivatto. So the arahanta person who has overcome taking and releasing of this attavada and sasatavada and uchedavada or attavada or nirattavada, that arahanta person is also can be called buddhi parihina vitivatto. And so he, it is a pronoun, and I think it, yeah, and so Vuttavaso, Vutta means lived. This is past, what do you call past participle, right? Vutta, Vasa, life. So Vasati is to live, Vuttavasa, have lived the life. This life means spiritual life. So he has lived the life of spiritual practice and or spiritual practitioner, life of a spiritual practitioner. Chinna charana. Chinna here means practiced or made the habit of, accomplished, performed. So chinna charana. We can call the person who has already accomplished the conduct, the noble conduct. Chinna charana. And then gatadho, gata again is past participle of gachati, means gone. So gatadho means adha means adhana magga patipanno is also there in some other suttas. So adhana means path. So gatadha means here one who has completed his journey or having gone his journey. That is gatadho. So he has completed his sansaric journey. That is why he is called gatadha. Only an arahanta person, or arahanta, pacheka buddha, or samma sambuddha, these three people can be called gatadha, not anyone else. And gata diso, again, gata gone. Disa is as the part of a compound. This means accomplish the practice. Gata disa. Yeah, gata disa. I think yes, one who has accomplished the practice, gata disa. And this one is here. Okay, one who has accomplished the practice, gata disa. Okay, so jati, jara, marana, sansara. Jati means birth, and you can see many different terms are there here for jati, so many. And then marana is death. So birth and death, this is the circle. And sansara, circle of transmigration, cycle of transmigration, round of rebirth, whichever way you want to call it. And so again, death, birth, circle of transmigration. Okay, so that is called jati, marana, sansara. And so gata diso, jati, marana, sansaro, one who has done away with that too. And nati, na asati, not having. and tassa to him, to that person, and punabhavo iti, this is again a slur or a sandhi. Punabhavo means puna, again. Puna means again, maybe I can use it like this. Puna means again, and bhava means existence, and punabhavo means rebirth or existence again, birth again. So, so the yeah. Punabhavo, tassa punabhavo, natti tassa punabhavo, he doesn't have a punabhava, he doesn't have a rebirth. Iti means thus. Iti means thus. And again, atta is self. Nominative. Atta. Niratta. So self or niratta, soul or soulless, he doesn't have that. Nahi, not indeed. Not indeed. And he also indeed. Na means not, he means indeed. And tassa, the asa, to him. Chatati bhati kavachana. Tassa ati, has. So nahi tassa ati means he doesn't have indeed. He doesn't have indeed atta or niratta. Those two views are not there. So yes, that is the paragraph, and so with that we can conclude for today's class. And yes, over to you.
Okay.
Araha.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the teaching today. May Bande lead us in making aspiration and sharing the merits, please.
Thank you everyone for joining us today with this teaching on Mahaniddesa Pali. We have been actually working so much here on the concept of Arahanta ideal. Uh, we have done a lot of covered a lot here in the sutta, and next time we will work on this fourth chapter, Suddhataka Sutta Nirdesa, and there we will discuss more about again Sakkaya Ditthi Vichikicca Silabbata Paramasa. Then this again will be a very, very important teaching. One who has, if you want to become Sotapanna, you have to get rid of these three Sangyojanas. And of course, there are more than that, all the way up to these Kamaraga Patiga and Ruparaga, Ruparaga, Mana Uddhacha, Avijja, all these are there. That means the complete Dasa Sangyojana or 10 fetters will be discussed next week. Okay, so with that we will conclude today. Thank you, and may you all be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May you and your family members, friends and relatives all be blessed by the Noble Triple Gem. May all your departed ones share this merit, receive this merit, be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May all devas, brahmas, and all other sentient beings also receive this merit, share this merit, and be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May all of us and may all of them be able to associate with the Dhamma always. May they all be associated with the wonderful Kalyana Mitra friends. May all of us be able to achieve at the absolute peace and happiness, the supreme bliss of Nibbana at the end of our samsara. Thinking thus, please keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinassato mate bhavatvantarayo sukhe digayuko bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sutti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thanks again, Bande, and everyone for your time and participation. Till we meet next week, may all be well, healthy, and happy. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.